Hello everybody, welcome back to 90th Minute. It is myself, Liam, and Lucas today. Now, we have seen your comments. The question is very simple. Is there online career mode? Well, today me and Lucas are going to break it down. We're going to show you how we do the career mode, or 5-person career mode series here on YouTube. Lucas knows the technical things. Lucas does all the work. I'm just here because I'm a good time. Right, Lucas?
I mean, you could say that, Liam, but you know.
Basically, I'm the entertainment. He's the actual sensible person.
Go Koita.
We see the comments all the time. How do you guys play against each other? How do you have a 5-man career mode? How do you input results of that? We're going to go through it all. We're going to show you guys how we do it.
The question is there online career mode, Liam?
The simple answer is no. But then the question's arisen, well, how do the 5 of you play career mode against each other? And it's actually quite simple.
I mean, we just use separate career modes, each of us, and we play against each other in online friendlies, and the result of those online friendlies get implemented into the competitors' separate career modes. That's the basic things, and we'll go more into that because there are questions people have about certain things about that.
It's 5 separate career modes. We each have started a career mode save with whatever team we are assigned. That's why if you look at each individual career mode, the tables are different, the top scores are different, stuff like that. I mean, now that we're in season 2 in the Premier League now, that's why it's so up in the air and it's so much different in terms of what teams got promoted, what teams got relegated, stuff like that. So it's a lot of work on our part in terms of trying to link it up and sync everything, but in reality, it's pretty plain and simple.
And it's only more complicated with us because we have to do it for recording purposes. But if you want to do it with your friends, I think you can do it a little more simply than how we do it. We'll give you some tips and stuff. But another thing we do get is a lot of comments. You guys should do this on Football Manager. Why don't you guys do this on Football Manager? And really the answer is quite simple. Only Greg and I really play Football Manager. I mean, Football Manager is a pretty addicting game. Liam, you never played Football Manager, right?
I haven't. I mean, I've been interested, but I just never got around to downloading it.
Waz has played it, but he hasn't really gotten into it.
Waz has the attention span of a hummingbird, so yeah, that's not a game for Wazinho, baby.
And Matt, yeah, he's never tried it before.
I think he would get too angry. The 90th minute, we're open to pretty much any idea, and we definitely could go into an FM save.
It is something that we could do on Twitch one day, more so because I think it works better on Twitch. So, you know, you can check out our Twitch channels here. And plus, I might make a Football Manager video on my personal YouTube channel, so I'm going to plug myself right here too.
Jeez, plug it all. Links are down in the description for any of the social medias, anything like that. So check out the description if you want more of the 90th minute. But
I mean, you can play with as many friends you want, from 2 to how many people are in the league. I mean, with more people in the league, it's a bit hectic, I would imagine.
Yeah, 5 is a lot.
But you have friends, good job. You passed step 1.
I didn't have friends till about 3 years ago, so good job.
Unlucky. If you're only going to do one season, I think you can choose any league really.
Yeah.
But if it's multiple seasons, might be more difficult because teams might get promoted or relegated depending on what league you start in. With our championship career mode, we have 5 clubs, but of course only 3 clubs in real life get promoted, and five of us are now in the Premier League, so it causes some issues there.
I know the way we are getting around that is we're just substituting. So the recently promoted teams, we just swap those out with the teams of the other competitors, and the teams that are down your relegation, your West Broms, your Burnley, stuff like that, we just swap them out as well. Ultimately, it's hard work on Lucas. He's the one that puts it all together and syncs it all up and makes it look actually usable. During our recording process, it's a mess. I mean, we have 5 games happening at the same time. We have transfers happening. We have emails happening. We have this and that and everything. And he links it all and makes it look all beautiful. So credit to him. He does all the work. We do nothing.
But oh, thanks for that. But the format we do use for the games, we play the first game of a season, then we put everything into like 4 game sessions. So we play 2 and sim 2 league games, and then we play the last league game of the season after we got all those sessions done. You can choose if you want to play the domestic cups if you want or not. It's really up to you. Difficulties based on how good you and your friends are at. Of course, we have Greg and Matt who are on ultimate with different sliders each. With Greg, we use these sliders here. But yeah, the rest of us are on legendary, so it's really up to you. And talking about transfers, realistically, 2 teams shouldn't have the same player. So if one guy has like Pedri, no one else can buy him. So you can buy from each other if one guy sells his player to a different team, but other than that, not really.
And then there is the question of created players. We've seen in season 1 Rasta brought in Usain Bolt to the club. So how'd you guys do that? Simple. We create a player, we insert it into his league and stuff like that, and he's able to use it.
We'll show you how you guys can do that a little bit later.
A pro club's goalie's there. Big Gladson, the big man, of course. He is there as well. But we're finding them all as we go throughout the seasons.
So next thing is playing each other. Say Liam's team pops up onto my schedule. Okay, I have to play him, even if he doesn't appear on his schedule, because the schedules in FIFA this year are just messed up. They just have it randomized every time, unlike last year. This is mostly due to COVID.
Last year was so nice. So nice.
COVID kind of wrecked everything, but hopefully future FIFAs, they revert to what it was before. Yeah, in a lot of cases, you may play your friend, Liam, but he doesn't play you for a couple months. It's kind of annoying, but you have to deal with it. So Liam would have to input that result later on the line, but we'll get into how you input the results later. But how do you play each other? Well, let's switch scenes here to the main menus of FIFA. Where do we play each other? Well, right here in online friendlies.
Simple. That easy.
Yeah.
We create our teams. We transfer players. We upgrade our players to what they are. We play each other.
I'll show you guys how to do that, because next thing I have is how do you get transfers in? So you go to customize, you go to edit teams, club transfers. You can just choose whatever team you want. Search for your player. Search for Sus. I couldn't think of a player. So let's say he gets to your Cremo team. You're Everton. So you just transfer him there, and you got a player on your team.
Tell me, Lucas, if you have a row in your team, an absolute god squad member that's come from your youth academy, and I want to play with him, how do I do that?
Well, it's simple. It's also in the customize section, and you see create player here. Just click that. You can choose a male player, because you can use male players in career mode, and you can choose whatever guy you want here. You can customize as much as you want. You can just leave it as like this, but you can just edit the players' names, their age, etc. Put them on your team. Deal with their heights, stats, attributes, how they look, kit. You can even give them some celebrations, you know, like this.
My next question for you, Lucas. My name is Captain Eggy Greggy. I have signed Thiago Almada, and this man's gone up by 30,000 in overall growth. Do I play with him still when he was original, or is he now better? How do I change that?
At the beginning of the season, we changed the attributes, and at the middle of the season, we changed the attributes. We do that like once or twice a season, and you can do that. Same section where it's create a player, but instead, you click the right stick over a couple times, and you click edit real player. Go to male player, go to your team, click on them. Now let's go Fabinho, say he grew by a few overalls. You can move over to attributes and add any overalls you want. And I'll show you where you can find the player's attributes the easiest way, in my opinion. In your career mode, you can go to Squad Hub, as you should know. And then you click on development plan, and you can see every single attribute of a player. I mean, Livakovic is not the best example. You can see all their attributes here. So what I recommend to you, if you don't have a recording software like an Elgato, you can just use your phone, just record each attribute and just click the right bumper stick.
I take pictures of every single person.
You can take pictures, you can take videos, whatever you want, and just show up and just take pictures or videos of players that you want to increase in overall. And you have all the stats there. The only thing you can't increase is composure and defensive awareness, which is kind of annoying.
It doesn't make sense, but you know, FIFA is what FIFA is. I have so many questions, Lucas, and I have questions not only because A, I'm asking questions for this video, but also B, because I don't do any of the editing. I just know what I know how to do. But my question for you, Lucas, is how do you set up the teams exactly how you want, the formations, tactics, stuff like that? Like, how do you do that?
Customize is your best friend, Liam, because it's in customize again. You can go to edit teams here, go to team sheets, or team sheets just right here. Click on that, click on your team.
It's also pretty simple, really.
You get some transferred players here. You can just move them to your starting 11, just fit your starting 11 as what you want it to be. You can change your formation, tactics, roles, etc. If you save it there, it should be saved when you go into your online friendlies later.
If you do play Ultimate Team, make sure you have different save files, because Wazinho, baby, always messes that up.
Yeah, and
always.
save files, I'll show you what to do. So you go to profile. Well, you can load a squad here if you have any squads here, but you can also save your squad that you customized. Save squads. You can only have up to 5, but you can have like 1 for your separate career mode and save it there. And once it's saved, say you want to play Ultimate Team, but you don't want to ruin your career mode file, just load a different squad up and yeah, it should be fine. Because sometimes Ultimate Team has their updates and you have to download updates, and like Liam said, it wrecks it. So if it asks you to update your Ultimate Team squad, then make sure that you have a loaded squad that isn't for the career mode.
Yeah, I mean, that basically covers the customization aspect of it all. So when you go to play each other, the way the 90th minute does it is we do it exactly as we do in our career mode. So we do the online friendlies, like we said, customize your team sheets, all that stuff. We then go to the match and we do the the same time of match, like the same minutes per half kind of things. We do the custom squads and everything, and then we make sure that suspensions and injuries and stuff like that, those players do not play. Now, during the game, we keep track of who scored what goals and assists and red cards and stuff like that. Then when we go to input it into our career mode, we do it exactly the same. The same player has to score the goals. These same players have to get sent off and stuff like that. Except if your name is Captain Eggy Greggy, and you can be a fraudiola, you can cheat, and Adam Armstrong can score 100 goals, when in reality, he scored 99. Get this man out of the career mode. I don't like him. Get out of here.
Well, I want to show people just in case they miss it. So Liam, I'm going to just click your name on here. So as you can see here on the online friendlies, the settings here, like Liam said, you can change the half, game controls, game speed, and of course, make sure squad type is on custom, not online, not 90 overall, custom.
But yeah, so like I said, inputting the results. So after we play our online friendlies and we do we record everything, we jump back into our career modes. We have to input those scores. So the easiest way, the way that we do it, we toss it on beginner. We put it at 4-minute halves, so it's quick and easy. We make sure our players score the goals that they score in those games. And then really you just concede a couple goals, whether you let them score, you concede a couple own goals, whatever you need to do. But yeah, just to make sure the correct score line and the correct goal scores, cards, suspensions, all that stuff. If there's an injury in the playing match between us, you can't really input an injury. That's kind of tough to do. So what we try to do, I think it's only happened once in all of our career modes. You just kind of like leave the guy in the reserves for a month or however long the injury would kind of be. But that doesn't happen very frequently in online friendlies, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Lucas, let's wrap this up in terms of how do I win a career mode challenge? I've never done that, so I don't know.
To win a career mode challenge, realistically, you get the most points in the league. The most points, you win. Now, there are other things we did it, so if you want to include cup competitions as well, like the domestic cups or European competitions, of course, you can set up your own point system like we did for our first FIFA 21 Premier League career mode. I can show what we did right here on the screen because I don't want to explain it all because I can't remember. But you can set up anything you want with your friends.
If you guys don't want to do the exact system that we were doing, you don't have to. You don't have to track exact goal scorers. You don't have to do stuff like that. Ultimately, because FIFA doesn't provide this service, you can do it yourself. You can come up with whatever system you want to come up with. This is the way we do it. We've seen all your questions and comments. We love getting the comments from you guys. So keep commenting, keep asking your questions. I'm sure Lucas will do an editing video at some point. I don't know when.
Probably not.
But he will. He will because I tell him to do it. Off camera, it's a decent chunk of work, especially for Lucas. Like I said, he puts it all together. He makes it look good and it makes it usable. When we record, it's a lot to get us all synchronized in terms of starting the matches at the same time, getting sims in and stuff like that. But it's not impossible. I mean, if you guys want to do online criminal with a couple friends, do it. Choose a league. It's easier if there's a league with no promotion relegation. Think of the Scottish Premiership. I'm telling you, that's a great one. You just do that, and you start it off. It'll be the same teams. You do your transfers. You do your online friendly stuff like that. It's simple. It's easy.
Of course, if we missed anything, let us know down in the comments. We'll answer the best we can with anything you have. But yeah, make sure you do check out the career mode series that we've done. We've done one season in the championship already. We're starting the Premier League one already. New episode for that is coming soon.
Down in the description, there is the links to all of our social media, our Twitch, our TikTok, our Instagram. We're on Spotify, Apple. We're also on the fantastic app Locker Room. So check that out. All the links are down there, like I said. Hit like on this video. Make sure you are subscribed. Comment your video suggestions. Tell us what you want to see from the 90th minute. But from myself, Liam, and Lucas today, thanks for joining us. Thanks for looking and seeing how we do our career mode. So in yet another week of the beautiful game, we will see you next time. Ta-ta, goodbye.
Take care.